All right, welcome to today's Explainer. We are going to be unpacking the incredibly high-stakes world of enterprise software modernization. Now, if you're running a business today, you already know that technology moves at absolute lightning speed. But what exactly happens when the very foundation your business is built on starts to show its age? Well, today, we're taking a close look at how organizations are fundamentally reshaping their IT to fit the modern world. And we'll be drawing directly from the methodology and case studies of Sparkout Tech, which is a leading architecture-driven modernization company. And honestly, I want to hit you with the bottom line right out of the gate, 40%. We're not just talking about getting a shiny new user interface here. Sparkout's Tech strategic modernization services can actually reduce enterprise costs by up to 40%. That is a massive operational shift. It is a highly proactive strategy to basically stop the financial bleeding caused by old technology. So, here's our roadmap for the Explainer today. We'll start with the legacy software trap, then define what modernization actually entails. Look at how to revamp your systems, explore the business and security payoffs, and finally, wrap up with a massive agricultural success story.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, the legacy software trap and the real danger of old tech.
You know, sustaining outdated software systems isn't just some minor IT headache. It's an active, direct threat to an organization's competence and security. The risks are pretty severe when you think about it. Technological obsolescence basically means your tech physically cannot meet modern demands anymore. You're dealing with costly maintenance, absolute nightmares when it comes to integration, and critical security and compliance flaws. Honestly, old code is basically a playground for emerging cyber threats.
And this comparison captures the whole paradigm shift perfectly. On the one side, you have the monolithic past. These tightly coupled applications were just tweaking one single component, risks breaking the entire system. And on the other side, the microservices future. This is all about building systems that are lightweight, decoupled, and highly secure. It's literally the difference between trying to steer a massive, clunky cargo ship and commanding a totally agile fleet.
Moving on to Section 2. Let's actually define what we mean by software modernization and converting obsolete tech.
So let's get a really clear definition on the table. Legacy software modernization is the process of converting existing, obsolete software systems into highly effective systems that actually fit our current technological and business environment. Practically speaking, it means stripping out and replacing completely irrelevant programming languages and old non-relational architectures. It's basically a proactive strategy to make sure your business isn't just, barely surviving, but is actively leveraging current tech to dominate.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is how these technical upgrades translate directly into immense business value. Some of the essential upgrades include cloud migration, containers, CI/CD, and DevOps. Moving applications to the cloud or even adopting cloud-to-cloud setups severely reduces infrastructure costs. And adopting automation and DevOps, well, that isn't just something to keep the IT department happy. It actually accelerates your delivery, drastically enhances your product's quality, and makes your whole development process infinitely more efficient. You are basically building a machine that builds better software faster.
All right, Section 3, how to actually revamp your systems using a solid architecture methodology.
You can't just guess your way through a transformation like this. Sparkout Tech uses a highly structured four-step framework. Step 1 is advisory. That's all about developing a tech vision that perfectly aligns with your business goals. Step 2 is discovery and planning, where they assess your applications and build a rock-solid roadmap before a single line of code is written. Step 3 is the actual transformation, implementing agile or DevSecOps processes. And finally, Step 4 is modernization, flawlessly executing those architectural blueprints.
But it definitely goes deeper than just the high-level architecture. Let's talk about fine-tuning the details. True modernization requires refactoring code bases. This means you're going in and improving algorithms, enhancing code readability, and totally optimizing application performance. It also requires a complete modernization of the UI/UX, the user interface and experience. By leveraging effective information architecture and modern device-responsive design, you guarantee that the technology actually serves the users seamlessly, no matter what device they're on.
Which brings us to Section 4, the business and security payoff. This is the ultimate payoff.
Modernizing your tech stack fundamentally shifts what your business is capable of doing. The core benefits are pretty undeniable. Improved performance? That gives you much faster, way more reliable systems. Enhanced security gives you real protection against emerging threats by using secure by design principles. You achieve massive cost savings by significantly lowering your total cost of ownership. And finally, you get true scalability.
Your systems are genuinely ready to support aggressive business growth without buckling under the pressure.
And the metrics absolutely back this up. SparkOut Tech's expert engineers consistently deliver results that you can see right on the balance sheet. While they routinely lower operational costs for their clients by over 13%, they simultaneously drive a minimum annual revenue growth of 14%. Seriously, 14%. That is the ultimate proof that modernizing your software isn't just an IT expense, it is a profound business advantage and a literal revenue generator.
Okay, Section 5. Let's look at a real-world success story, transforming FarmScent in the agricultural space.
To really appreciate the solution here, we first have to fully understand the crisis. We are talking about a $5.6 trillion agricultural supply chain, but the legacy system running it was completely broken. It was plagued by a staggering 90% middleman margin. Just think about that inefficiency for a second. The vast majority of the value was being sucked up by intermediaries, leaving the actual producers, the farmers themselves, with almost nothing. The old technological infrastructure was actively keeping this massive inequity in place.
So the reality was, a standard legacy update just wasn't going to cut it. They needed total disruption. SparkPote partnered up with FarmScent to engineer a completely new, disruptive Web3 ecosystem. Instead of routing everything through endless layers of legacy supply chain software, this new platform connects buyers directly to the farmers. They used advanced technology to permanently eliminate the intermediaries from the equation. It's brilliant.
And the results of this modernization are literally staggering. We're talking about a 300% profit margin lift. By dismantling that old system, they dramatically increase the profitability for the actual creators of the value. And the best part? This isn't just some small conceptual pilot program. This modernized platform has already onboarded over 200,000 verified farmers.
What I find really amazing here is the human impact behind all this code. Yog Srusti, the founder of FarmScent, summed it up perfectly. He said, the platform they delivered didn't just work, it dismantled the intermediaries and gave power back to our farmers. I think this brilliantly illustrates that when software modernization is executed strategically, it doesn't just update some servers in a back room, it completely transforms industries and actually empowers people.
Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. Is your legacy tech running your business, or is it ruining it? Every single day you wait to modernize is another day you are vulnerable to emerging threats and bleeding operational costs. The technology to absolutely revolutionize your enterprise is available right now. The only real question left is, when are you going to use it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it gave you some powerful insights to take back to your own tech stacks. Catch you next time.